1, explosions. 2, military movement. 3, a lot of emergency vehicles moving in this area. 4, people being asked to stay where they are.
Two big developments coming in from Ukraine at this time. 2 helicopters shot down in a North Kiev suburb called Hostomel by the armed forces of Ukraine, as claimed by the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine right now. Big development coming in. It is being claimed officially by Ukraine that 2 Russian helicopters have been shot down just north of Kiev while they were on their way to the Hostomel airbase, which is a large aviation testing facility owned by the Antonov Aircraft Company just north of Kiev. It's a large aviation facility and it appears to have been taken over by the Russian forces. Let's put that image, let's put that video on air of those helicopters. There you have it. Those are the helicopters from Russia that are headed towards the Ukrainian airbase of Hostomel, and now Ukraine says 2 of these helicopters have apparently been shot down as well. Okay, India Pyrosenko is with us live from Kiev at this point. Maria, good to see you back with us. I hope you're okay. Very dramatic images coming in from all sides. These images on our screen right now, I'm sure you've already seen them, Maria, of Hostomel Airport, which is a suburb of Kiev. It's the Antonov Airport. These helicopters of the Russian Federation appear to be headed towards there to take over that particular airbase. Anything that you're hearing about these images?
Yes, I would like even to clarify more. Not 2, but 3 helicopters of Russian forces were shot down by the Ukrainian Air Force. So that's the information we've been having for 2 hours. There is also some new development right now. The combat center informs... Actually, the Ministry of Defense, and the information goes through other channels, informs that there is 1 more Russian helicopter near Vyzhhorod. It is also the northern part, to the north from Kyiv. It's close to Boryspil and close to Hostomel, the places where 2 big air bases are located. So Boryspil is civil airport and Hostomel is military air base to the north of Kyiv. So for now, we have already 5 helicopters, 5 Russian helicopters put down by the Ukrainian forces. So 3 of them in Hostomel. This video, which is circulating all over the internet, that was verified. According to the information of the headquarters of Ukrainian Defense Ministry, there were 20 helicopters in total, 20 Russian helicopters. 3 of them were shot down. 1 more helicopter shot near Mezhyhirya. It is also to the north of Kyiv, and 1 more shot near Vyzhhorod. So 5 in total as for now. Also, we are getting very troubling news from Odessa, where the military base was shelled, and the casualties, the number of casualties is very high. 18 people died during this shelling, and also 1 more about the child I've talked during the previous live chats. This is the casualty of bombing near Kharkiv. The town is called Chyhuiv. 1 death of innocent child is also reported from there. So that's the situation now in Ukraine. We've seen also military blocking the central quarters of Ukrainian capital of Kyiv. They have taken, they blocked the central streets of Kyiv, but not so that civil cars can go, but just to protect and to keep the streets in control. I wouldn't be able to show you these images because military told us not to do this because of safety reasons. I hope that's understandable, and we have to stick to this because the situation is still very tense in Kyiv, and I can see that people are now embracing the new reality that the invasion is already happening, and that is the time to understand what to do next. And we have also seen the new move of the Defense Ministry. They have simplified the procedure of being drafted to territorial defense. So now to be drafted in territorial defense, so it's like volunteer units, you need only to bring your passport. So the times are extraordinary, said the Defense Minister Alexei Reznikov. That is why this is the important move. This is what is urgent, to make this procedure as simple as possible. You come, you bring your ID, and you you can join the territorial defense. And now also the level of help to the army, volunteer help, is rising just above, just in front of our eyes. I have monitoring closely the social media, and we've seen that one of the prominent funds, Повернись живим, come back safe alive, it's translated translated, have raised 48 million hryvnias to help Ukrainian army. So this money will go for transport, for other needs, which the military will ask this fund to buy. And we also see the activity of other volunteers, which is now very vibrant and can be seen on social media.
Maria, just stay with me. Maria, just stay with me. I want to bring in Gaurav Sawant as well, our colleague who is in Mariupol right now. He's been reporting from a site where there has been some shelling as well. I'm handing it over to Gaurav. Gaurav, I'm going to continue to stay with you as well. Maria is with you, and we've got these very dramatic images on air. Over to you, Gaurav.
Shiv, thank you very much. Many thanks, Maria, for joining me in this very difficult hour for the people of Ukraine, as Ukrainians say a Russian invasion is currently taking place in their country, and this is a multi-pronged offensive that the Russian army has undertaken, and there is a multi-pronged attack on Ukraine. There is an attack that is taking place from Kharkiv in the east. There's an attack in Mariupol, where I am at this point of time, and this is that restive province of Donetsk and Luhansk, where trouble anyway was there since 2014. It appears to be intensifying, but there is a more worrisome attack that is taking place in the heart of Ukraine, in Kyiv. And this is an airborne assault that appears to be happening at this point of time. I want to cut across to Maria Lunova, a member of parliament who joins us for more on this. Maria, what more can you tell us about this heliborne operation that's happening at the Ostomel airfield? What more can you tell us about that, ma'am?
Maria Lunova is the Ukrainian MP who has shared this video. That's a very, very disturbing, unsettling video that you've sent us. Maria, welcome. Thank you for taking the time out at this very difficult time for your country to be with us. Can you describe for us, where this video has been taken from? Did you shoot this video? What are we looking at, Maria?
Thank you for your question. So now Russia, Putin, they attacked Ukraine from different sides, from the sea, from the air, from land troops. So it's almost from 10 regions of Ukraine. So some of the towns in Lugansk Oblast, unfortunately under control of Russia Federation in Lugansk Oblast. But on all other fronts, our armed forces are fighting. 1 hour ago, we again had huge rocket attacks on some places in Kyiv. Also, there is a border destroying from Zhytomyr Oblast, from Kyiv Oblast, Kharkiv Oblast. And you know, that video was as Russia helicopters, they're attacking our airport near Kyiv. It's just 10 kilometers from Kyiv.
And I want to quickly cut across to Maria, who joins us from Kiev for more on this. Maria, some of the reports seem to indicate that the Russian forces, the Russian special forces, after a heliborne operation, are in control of the Ostomel airfield. Is this true? Have the Russians taken over a very crucial airbase very close to Kiev?
Yes, I understand your question, but I cannot say that is true because we don't have official reports about that. And as far as I know, according to the information from the Defense Ministry and the Special Operation Force headquarters, that is not true. Yes, there were helicopters of Russians attacking the Hostomel field, but no reports, no official reports of that. So you can clearly see that as far as there are no official reports, I cannot justify this. And as all the official bodies say here, they say us, please stick to the official information from the military, from the Defense Ministry, and we do not see the reports about Hostomel airfield. Yes, there were strikes, but no, the airfield is not in control of Russians. No. Yeah, back to you.
Stay with me for a moment. What's been happening through the day today? Let me get our viewers up to speed with the latest on this. Early this morning, it started with rockets, missiles and projectiles being fired from multiple sides into Ukraine, where we are in Mariupol, in Kiev, the national capital of Ukraine, from Odessa, from sea, also from Kharkiv to the east. There is a multi-pronged offensive that appears to be underway after Russian President Vladimir Putin made an address saying that his effort and his endeavor was to demilitarize Ukraine completely. Will this also mean boots on grounds in terms of a complete takeover of the country and a regime change? Remains to be seen. But there are views and counter-views, points and counterpoints that are being made by both sides. Ukraine is claiming that they've shot down 7 aircraft and helicopters of the Russian army. They claim 50 Russian soldiers have been killed. They've also conceded 40 Ukrainian soldiers and 10 civilians have been killed since early this morning. We bring you this report.
Не видно українського герба. Точно Ukrainians woke to a war on their country. At 4:30 a.m., the first of 7 rockets struck a military base on Kyiv's outskirts. Soon, Kharkiv, Lugansk, Mariupol, and Donbass all came under attack. Around the same time, Russian tanks and armored vehicles rolled into Ukraine from occupied Crimea. The invasion had started. Ukraine and the world's worst fears had come true.
We simply don't have any other choice to protect our people, and we'll have to use the only available choice that we will use today. I've taken the decision to conduct a special military operation. Its purpose is to protect people who have been subject to abuse and genocide by the Kyiv regime for 8 years. And to do this, we will strive to demilitarize and denazify Ukraine.
The Ukrainian retaliation was swift. Kyiv claimed it had downed 6 Russian planes, even as Moscow said it destroyed air bases. At ground zero, India today captured the fear and panic in Ukraine.
Images on your television screen now tell you more about the military movement that's taking place towards the battle zone. Now, this is where one convoy after the other. We are on the high street here in Mariupol, and military convoy, one after the other, heading towards the front lines.
So I will also walk a bit and show you the situation near the Kyiv City Council. The protection of the building has also been strengthened. You can see the military standing outside the building. And one more thing, so you can see that they are changing the location of their post. Sorry for such strange reporting, but everything is changing every minute.
In eastern Ukraine, fighting raged. Ukraine claimed it had killed at least 50 Russian soldiers. Russia said several Ukrainian villages were under its control. As missiles rained, Ukraine closed the country's airspace. Kyiv International Airport was evacuated and shut down. The capital and other cities began seeing shortage of food and fuel as panic buying started. The Russian President Putin's invasion has been called a barbaric act by world leaders. But with weeks of diplomacy falling flat, it is an uncertain future ahead for Ukrainians. Bureau Report, India Today.
Woods, pretty face, but I'm known for hitting drugs. Yeah. Got him like, too good. To the yard, he ain't never leave this pretty on God. Broke, too good. Real boss, nigga got the woods, pretty face, but I'm known for hitting drugs. Yeah. Got him like, too good. To the yard, he ain't never leave this pretty on God. Broke,